Hi, this is Dirt Farmer Maggie from Dirt Farmer J on YouTube. Recently I started a whole series of heritage cooking recipes that I'm really excited to share with you. Today is part 2 of that series, and what we're going to be making is copper pennies. You probably never heard of copper pennies, and I hadn't either until I met this lovely lady. Her name was Pat, and she was my mother-in-law for almost 30 years. She taught me a whole lot about cooking, and most of the good pots and pans and great things that I own are because she bought them for me. So, Mom, this is for you. So to make copper pennies, we need 3 main ingredients. We need carrots, we need bell pepper, and we need onion rings, meaning uncooked onion rings. Now what I did, because I'm having a large gathering at my house on Saturday with 25 people in attendance, I went ahead and did 4 pounds of carrots. Now you can scale the recipe up and down if you have a family of 4 and you just want 4 servings all the way up to a large amount. But I went ahead and peeled and cut the carrots, and then I put them into boiling water for about 5 or 6 minutes, just until they are al dente, which you can see I can just push my fingernail right into that carrot, so that means it's nice and soft. And then we just processed the peppers and the onions. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to put these 3 ingredients into the bowl, and once we get them tossed together, then we're gonna go over to the stove, and that's where the real magic happens, making the delicious sweet and sour sauce that's gonna go on this and marinate everything together. So you just wanna put all your ingredients into the bowl, and we're gonna toss them around and get them evenly distributed. And once we get the dressing made and get it on there, that will help to soften everything and make it go together and be delicious. So let's move over to the stove and see what the sauce is about. So now we're going to make the magic sauce that is going to make copper pennies absolutely delicious. We're going to start with 2 cans of regular tomato soup. We have got a 1.5 cups of sugar. We've got a 1.5 cups of vinegar. We've got a cup of oil, and I have mixed together Worcestershire sauce and mustard, 2 tablespoons of each. So we'll start by just putting the ingredients together in this pan. And I bought generic tomato sauce or tomato soup because I am a cheapskate, but you can get Campbell's if you want to, and that might be a little bit better. But this is what I'm using today. So we're gonna get this in here. I thought it was interesting that the tomato soup was part of the recipe. I'd never really heard of someone using tomato soup in a dressing. So we've got a 1.5 cups of sugar. We have a 1.5 cups of white wine vinegar, or you could use other types of vinegar. We've got the oil, 1 cup, and the Worcestershire sauce and mustard mixed together. So we're going to start cooking this. We're going to bring it to a nice rolling boil and get all the ingredients mixed together really well. And then we're going to let it cool before we put it on the rest of the ingredients. Okay, we've got our ingredients here to a nice boil. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the fire off and move it off the heat source and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer. Okay, we've let it cool down a bit, and now we're going to take it over here and pour it onto our raw ingredients. And if you could smell this, it smells yummy. That sauce is really tart and sweet at the same time. I'm just going to cover it with some saran wrap and put it in my fridge. You can see already that a lot of the sauce has been sort of absorbed into the mass of the vegetables. So this is going to be some good eating. I'm going to cover it and put it in the fridge, and then I'm going to check back with you when I take it out tomorrow, and we'll see how it tastes. So it's been overnight now, and our copper pennies have been marinating all night long in the fridge. So let's see what we've got. You can see that the juice has gotten much thicker as it's sat overnight. The onions have become very pliable, and everything is sort of melded together. The smell is out of this world. Sweet and sour and oniony and peppery. So I'm gonna show you the consistency there. You're gonna wanna use a slotted spoon when you serve, and let's see how it tastes. Oh my gosh. The carrots are just crunchy enough. The onions are still crunchy. It's crunchy, soft, sweet. Wonderful. Give this recipe a try. If you'd like to get the recipe, you can download it from the link below. And if this video was helpful to you, please like it. And better yet, subscribe to our channel. We love visiting with you weekly on YouTube. Take care and see you next time.